Good morning, everybody. Hello. Sorry about the blinding light back there. It's probably not so blinding for you, but it's quite blinding for me. But it's the only way we can see my bench today. I didn't start with a coffee in my hand. Terrible. Already wrecked it. What can I tell you? Good evening to some of you. Good morning to some of you. Good day to some of you. I don't know. Good 24 hours sweep to you all. Yum. Okay, so who's done a rainbow already? Who was that? Someone jumped in quickly with a rainbow. So I realized after I posted the stream thumbnail, the title was says lighting and PCB detection. Well, I'm not going to be able to do the PCB detection without the lighting, and I have to pull the whole thing apart to get the lighting in. I don't even know if I can get the lighting in yet, let alone whether I'm going to get it back together again, at least for this stream. And there's also some changes that need to be made on it, which I haven't designed and 3D printed yet. I've been juggling 4 different projects. Really exciting stuff. I've got so much cool stuff to share with you all soon. Not yet. Soon. Yeah, pretty cool. So, I have been... Well, hang on. Let me just... burger for lunch from Alan. Yeah, possibly. Maybe today's a good day. Hot glue and tie wrap. No. No hot glue. I'm going to quickly say hi to everyone in the chat. Get this done while it's still small-ish, relatively smallish. Joe, good morning. Rat Madness, Andy Mouse, Mako, Adam, P, Henrik, Death Shaker, Graham. We're yak shaving today, says Graham. Stefan, hello. Adam Bryant. The project isn't always where we end up. No, especially with me. We always end up somewhere other than where I'd planned. Johnny, hello. Better Hobbyist, hello. Jerker, good morning. Johnny is in town. Scrolling slowly, carefully. Paul, hello. Andy Day, hello. Clem's here, hello Clem. For those who don't know, Maya Makes, that's Clem. Dutch Taurus, hi. Crazy Roops. I always say Crazy Roops' name in a crazy way. Grant, hello. Rota, hi. Scrolling. Mr. Who, hello. And Alan, good morning. Hello, Christopher. Oh, it jumped. Damn, thought I was being slow. Well, I am slow. Fochnology, hi. X-Micron, hello. Lucian, good morning. Good night, I should say. Good night for you, as in good evening. Not good night as in bye. Oh, okay. Beata, hello. Think that's everyone. No, Carsten, hi. Yes, as I said, it jumped. Kieran, hello. Eric. Hello, Texas. Definitely need a coffee this morning. So I've been playing around for the last couple of days with, hello Dave Paul Jones, with ways of mounting and diffusing some lighting. So Johnny is in lockdown, you got the flu yesterday. Okay, well hopefully it's just the flu. Good luck. I'm sure you have a few microcontrollers around you that you can tinker with while you're in quarantine. Slow because of lack of knowledge. I'm now 5 projects behind schedule. Oh, okay. I've always got a lack of knowledge, which puts me behind, and then I pile more stuff on. So, what? I hope Johnny's flu doesn't kill my Wi-Fi. Yeah, me too. I had to get COVID tests, but they were out of tests. What? Out of tests? That's crazy. So, where's my bit of extrusion? Where's my demo extrusion? Well, under So here's a piece of extrusion that I prepared earlier. And what I've been doing is, I'm not using these particular ones now, but I've been designing these inserts that go into the extrusion like this, and that LED strips slide into. Is like a channel, right? So so it holds the LED strips, and these are on a 15-degree angle facing down. And then I was 3D printing these clip-on covers for diffusion, and it's working really well, except I lost all of the clip-on covers in a spaghetti noodle 3D printer mishap. And so I decided, instead of printing them again, I would slightly tweak the design. And what I did is I came up with, it's the same thing again, it's a little bit longer, and it slides in 45-degree angle. That's facing up, that's why, right? And what these do is they have a frosted acrylic front face instead of a 3D printed one. Much quicker to cut, and they also slide in. This is not going to slide in properly because it's still got the plastic on it, but it slides in. And there's also what it meant is I could put a gap in between. There's an air gap, both for heat. I found the 3D, yes, the bird's nest file. Or no, it wasn't bird. It was a rice noodle, Asian rice noodles. Yeah, I'll show you a picture. I've got a picture of it. Hang on. It was pretty cool. I posted it on Twitter. It looked pretty impressive. That wasn't it. Here it is. Okay. Let me just have to switch. Oh no, I've got to hide that. Hide that. Oh, that was close. Almost gave away a secret project. So yeah, it looked like this. It looked like noodles. Yum. So I could have done a nice bowl of noodles, but that's how they ended up. So I decided not to do that anymore. And so these are the pieces that I've got, and I did them in halves, as I'll show you in a moment. So there's two different lengths on the machine, and so I've got 2 halves for the short length and 2 halves for the long length, and they all printed. So often just laser cutting acrylic is so much faster. Well, I think that it's not going to diffuse as well. I spent a lot of time getting the shape and the infill of this to do really good diffusing. I did some, actually showed some examples. Hang on, I can show you of the diffusing working, except I'll just turn the sound off. Can I turn the sound off? Yes, I can. Okay. So I posted this on Twitter. So this is without the diffusing. Look at the harsh shadows, right? Underneath, like behind the thing. And then if you look at the diffusing, you see how soft it is? So I spent a lot of time getting the diffusing right. And I don't think the acrylic's going to do as well. No, I didn't do gyroid. It's rectilinear, but I printed them on the way I printed them angle-wise with the rectilinear, it meant that I had maximum crossovers going into it. Anyway, that's fine. We'll do it with the acrylic for now, and I can always put extra spray on the acrylic. So that's fine. So I need to put this together. I have, and then yeah, this is going to be tricky to do. I'm going to switch cameras, and so hopefully there's enough light. My desk is an absolute mess. I 3D printed the rest of the stuff last night, so I have, so here's the rest, these I've got there, and I've got here. So the problem's going to, so the logo might end up being in the way. I might move the logo, just 1 second. Traveling logo. There we go. So here's so it's 4 bits of acrylic, right? So 2 long ones that go here, and then the 2 shorter ones. But all this has to come apart for me to get these in. I thought about doing them with holes using the drop-in T-nuts, which I've got now, but I didn't want to do that. Hey, Kevin says, what are you making? So this is a very early, ugly prototype of a PCB optical inspection machine. So a quick just update for everyone, or not an update, but just to go over it again. There are two cameras on here. This is designed to sit over a conveyor belt, but it doesn't have to. It can just be sitting on a bench. Get a panel of boards. It can just be sitting on a bench, and the idea is that a PCB will either go under on a conveyor, or you'll just put a PCB in here, and this camera detects it, works out where it is, works out what it is, then works out where all the boards on it are, and then it sends this camera, there's a camera just here, sends this camera to take photos of it. So it goes photo, 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 basically grabs all the photos and then does optical inspection and comparison on all the components to make sure all the components have been soldered correctly. And the idea is that this, through changes in software, can be used for solder paste application detection, placement detection after the pick and place machine, and reflow accuracy. So multiple stages, multiple machines for multiple stages. What else did I miss? I'm not selling these. These are, I'll be releasing whatever I come up with open source, and people can make them themselves or iterate on them and stuff. There's a long way to go still. I had various aspects of it working. I've got PCBs on the way, my first revision PCBs. So it runs off a Pi. So my first revision PCB that converts this to a hat that sits on the Pi to control it. But it's still fairly early stages. I'm not planning on making a product out of this to sell it. Way too complicated, too costly for someone individually to make and sell. Yeah. So I need to get lighting. So I need to get even lighting in here. And so the idea is that the lighting sits in the inside. And of course, to make it sit in the inside, I need to pull this apart. So I might as well get going. So I'm just going to start disassembling this. Now, a couple of things, but just before I do, I was chatting with Rhoda on my Discord channel the other week. There is if you look here, maybe you'll be able to see that the belt comes down and then back up again. There's a drop here. Apparently that's not good for both tensioning and for stress on movement. So I'm going to be lowering these, but I'm still contemplating replacing the MGN 15s with smaller, at least for this section here, and rebuilding this whole section. I haven't redesigned it yet. I've been focused on other things, other projects, but there's that plan in the works as well. But I need to disassemble this now, which is a little. Well, it's frustrating. It's not frustrating. Where's my other Allen key? I bet you I've misplaced it. Okay, so I mean, I need to get lighting here. Without lighting, and this might not be the final version of the lighting, right? I don't know, but without lighting, this thing's kind of impossible to use. So it needs to be even lighting and consistent lighting. Why such large linear rails? Because that's what I bought. This is my first mechanical build I've ever designed and done. So, I didn't realize how big they were when I ordered them. And, and when I ordered them, I hadn't even fully designed this thing yet. So, yeah, that's the only reason. This is a learning project for me. Although I want to get something usable out of it. I mean, there's kind of no point. Well, no, sorry, I shouldn't say no point. There's always a point. Learning's always good. So this just comes out as one piece. And get it out. Cool. I should just get the T-nuts out as well. They're going to fall on the floor otherwise. So I built this in a modular way that I could easily swap out pieces. So this could just be rebuilt with a smaller rail. So that's nice and easy. Let me just put this, make space on my floor, because why not? Well, it's not so much a problem with online ordering. It's more about me not knowing. Okay, so by doing that, I've taken away what prevents this from coming off. So I need to, before I forget, I'm just going to get my box of nuts. Yeah, it's more that I'd never played with any linear rails before, so I didn't know what size they were. You know, like I intentionally ordered these ones, but I didn't know that these ones were so big, if that makes sense. Okay, I need to take these short bolts out and put long ones in to prevent the blocks from coming off the edge. That'll stop it from moving now, just for the time being, because I have to pull all this apart. I'm not even sure how I'm going to get the lights in yet. It's going to be, you're going to see me fumble through this live. It's going to be tricky. Now on this side, these end bits stop it, but this has to come off. Yeah. Careful, I might lose my balls, my block balls. I mean, I'm impressed that this actually worked, considering it was my very first design. I mean, there's nothing rocket science about this, but still. Hey, Alan. Oh, it's definitely nice to see stuff before you purchase when you don't know what you're buying, but it's okay. And this has been a fairly long, drawn-out process, just because I had a whole bunch of stuff that I bought that got stuck in transit for a month. I mean, this project's been on the back burner in my mind for 6 or 7 months now. Using steppers, they're just NEMA 17s. I mean, this is all overkill. I've got no weight on this thing. It's completely overkill. But as I said, it's a first design. It's a prototype. It's a proof of concept, basically, at the moment. And there's no point trying to optimize it until I know exactly what I need. I've got smaller NEMA 17 motors, steppers. These are pretty big. I'm going to have to get myself a little tub to put all these screws in. I'm going to lose them all. Because if you saw my desk, you'd understand. Okay. Let me get a tub. Okay. Putting them all in the tub so I know they all belong to the machine. the machine. Okay. Hey, Maris. Okay. Get a couple of magnetic part bowls, typically found at some auto parts stores. Oh no, I've got anti-static containers. I'm putting them in. These are anti-static things, and they're fine. They're okay. Okay. Cool. So this won't come off. I'm not going to undo the belt on this right now. That's fine. But I do now need to. The tricky bit's going to be that this whole frame has to come apart, and get a smaller one, don't I? Okay, catch you later, Kevin. It's the wrong size. I need a. Coffee's going to go cold. No, it's the wrong size. Come on, come on. Yay! Okay, so coffee first. Does anyone have a Log4j? No, I don't have anything that's using Log4j, thankfully. Trying to edit a video while you're watching this, that's probably a bad combination. Okay, so need to undo these square bits. I could probably get away with just undoing one side though. Oh, wow. God, how tight did I make this? Wow, that was tight. That's crazy. Now, I could pull the whole thing off this way. Loosen that. Loosen that, and this should come off the front now. Okay, except the T-nut's gonna fall. That's okay. So, whew. Now the tricky thing of this is going to be how I'm going to put it all together and get everything in. I'm going to have to pre-feed the LEDs into these first, I think, and then slide them all in a bit at a time, because I didn't leave a lot of gap. So these fit fairly perfectly inside here where the two end angle bits are. So once they're in, I've got no way of getting the LED strip in. So I might have made these a little bit too tight. I don't even know if I need these pieces either, because these corner bits are pretty strong. But okay, I need to take the end ones off. Do the same again. Do that. Oh, wow, I made them tight. And the good news is I got this very square. So, okay. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So, I'm trying to think where the quickest way to start would be. So I bought myself bags of these drop-in T-nuts M4 and M3, no, M4 and M5s. So putting it together should be a bit easier this time. Okay. Now I also don't have any wires on the end of my strip yet, so I should probably solder those on first. Wow, this is just going to be awfully messy to start with. Now I do have a spare one, kind of a spare one of these LED adapter things, but it's already attached to something. I'm going to have to cut it and resolder it on again. I just realized that my camera keeps going in and out of focus, my little webcam. Hang on. Hey Rob. Not quite the same threat as running. Oh right, okay. We're talking about Java stuff. Wow, Mr. Who, that's crazy. So turn off autofocus. Maybe I can make it a bit brighter as well. Make it a bit easier to see. Okay, so I need to, where did I just put that? Over here. Let me switch over to my microscope. Is it the right way? It is. Yay. Except I don't know if it's in focus. Probably not. Good enough. So yeah, I gotta cut this off. So this was a damaged strip when I got it, but I do have enough on this reel, I hope, to well, I think I do, to go all the way around. So let's get a knife. Let's see if I can cut this. Where is the camera? Right, okay. Let's see if I can cut the heat shrink without damaging the wires. I don't care about the bit of strip, that's fine. But I'd like to keep the wires and everything intact, so I can solder them off and reuse them as is if I can. I wish I could pull my microscope further away so you can see more. Almost got it. Okay, good. So yeah, I want to take these wires and solder them off and then just solder them onto here. Except I'm going to have to maybe cut this first LED off and cut it here so it's got longer to solder to, I think. Let's start by taking these off. Should be fun. Can't see the chat right now. So just bear with me while I probably need to clamp this end. I don't know how I'm going to get it off. Oh, comes off easy enough. Good. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Nice, nice. So if I sacrifice this first LED and then I cut it really close, get off, kept on. So if I cut it like, can't see, as close to the LED as possible to get as maximum pad as possible, like that. Oops, that gives me much more pad now. Okay, so I'm going to tin these. if it can stop it from twisting. Twisty twisties. Maybe if I put those on top. Good. Okay, let's tin. Where are they? It's moving away. Okay, let's tin these. Without touching the LED, preferably. I might have just melted the corner of the LED. That's okay. That's not good tinning, but you know. And let's get these back on again. In the correct order, preferably. You know what? I'm going to get rid of these extra ones. Oh boy, stay still. Go away. The extra power ones, I'll probably just end up powering them from the other end as well. This is going to be temporary right now anyway, because I'm going to have to... So what I did on my new controller board is... Right, I haven't told you my 12 volt, 24 volt LED story. Okay, I'll tell you that in a moment. Let me just do this first. Get this out of the way. Kind of concentrate if I can. So I don't end up just shorting it. Okay, well, it's not the neatest soldering I've ever done, but that should hold. Okay, good. So I bought, I was hoping to see some laser stuff. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to talk about that yet, Peter. Hey, Tabletronics. Yeah. Hey Jay, hey Chris. Oh, lots of people have joined. Hello Id. Lots of people come in since I looked at the chat last. That's okay. I mentioned I might or might not talk about it. Maybe later. We'll see. So I bought myself some RGBW LEDs. 24 volt and 12 volt for this machine. And I made a bit of a whoops on them because I ordered RGB 12 volt addressable LEDs. And then at the last minute I thought, well, hang on, I should get RGBW because that way I can make them white without having to light up all three channels, right? So it'll be less current. And so I switched them to RGBW and didn't realize that you can't get addressable RGBW in 12 volt, only RGB. And so I ended up accidentally ordering non-addressable. So these have got, you know, RGB and W channels, and you PWM them, and you can't selectively turn some on and some off. So I now have 12 volt RGBW and 24 volt RGBW LEDs for another project at some point, but it means I can't use these on this. So, but the controller board I made that is on the way, actually, that's probably going to arrive this afternoon, talk about bad timing, has been designed for 12 volt addressable, and I can't do that. So I'm going to have to kind of hack these in for the time being because they're 5 volt addressable, but with their RGBW. So, so they may be bright enough, and they may not be bright enough. I don't know. turn them into under cabinet lighting. Well, I could definitely turn it into lighting. I just don't know how much lighting I really need and where I want to put it. Okay, I definitely have enough of this, I think. I'm hoping I do. So these are special. These are not, they're not 144 and they're not 60. These are 90, 92 or 96. I can't remember. These are quite unusual. You can buy them, but they're not normally listed. You normally see 30 per meter, 60 per meter, 144 per meter. This is 144 per meter and RGBW 5 volt, and I was going to use these. I ordered 2 meters of it, and they sent me 2 1 meter strips, which really is not helpful. Okay, so I need to feed this in. This is going to be, as I said, this is going to be tricky. You could use variable voltage power supply instead of PWM or individual control. Right, but I want to be able to individually turn on and off each quadrant, each edge. And I can't do that if they're non-addressable. That's okay. Look, and I might not even end up using that. That's the point. So I don't know. Where am I going to start? Where do I want I want the lights to end there. I want them to start there. So I need 2 short. I'll switch back to the camera now. Okay, so my lights are going to start here with the power at that end. That's where my kind of controller is going to sit. All wires go that way. So this is going to be interesting. No, so the last ones, I have to feed the last ones first. Okay, short, short, long, long, short, long, short, long. So I need the 2 long ones, the last ones from here, in first. The lights are, no, the lights are to actually light up what it's looking at. So I'm just feeding these in. As you can see, they've got a nice, easy to get on. Except did I put them the right way? I did not. They're going to face up. That'd be bad. There are SK6812 RGBW 12 volt. Okay, I could not find them. I could not find any 12 volt RGBW addressable anywhere. RGB, no problem, that's the WS. So the 6812 are 5 volts, not 12 volt. That'd have to be a different model number, I think. But, or, you know, I don't know, maybe there is. I couldn't find any. My searches on Ali came up with nothing. Okay, I need to get this all the way down, and I didn't account for the joins. Uh-oh. Does that work? Yep, okay. I haven't measured out how much I need. I'm obviously not sticking these down, right? They're just going to sit in this thing. Some cameras have IR filters, many. I need consistent lighting. So when my system detects, when I first capture in a board, like a panel for the first time, and it takes like a reference image of it and stuff, and then when I'm teaching it what all the parts are, and then it uses that to compare, the lighting has to be the same across them all. Like once I introduce lighting changes, all I'm doing is diminishing my accuracy incredibly. So I don't really want to do that. God, this is twisted. This is really... this is bizarre. I hope I'm putting these on the right way. All facing down. Down, down. Yep. Good. Facing down. I use my phone camera to see if my TV remote is working from the IR. That's clever. That's pretty cool. Okay, down. Now this is probably, as I said, this is probably not the smartest way for me to do the light. Like I could have made this much easier. I could have made them not slide in. I could have put holes on them with T-nuts. But my concern with doing that was once I've got the LEDs in there, I can't get to the screws. And the only way I can get to the screws is to pull all the LEDs out again. And so I figured I'd end up in the same bind either way. Whether I did it this way first or the other way, I'd still, if I had to do any tweaks or something, I'd still be the same level of stuck, right? So I opted for this way because it meant that I didn't need any screws, I didn't have to drop in T-nuts, I didn't have to align stuff or put the machine on its side or anything. Okay, so yeah, I've got way enough. So I'm gonna, and I think I'm gonna have to get the front plates on first. I think. Or maybe not until I screw it all back together again. Right, so this should just slide in. Right, there are T-nuts that's falling out, that's fine. Get them all later. I bought a few hundred of the drop-in T-nuts, so I'm not going to run out of them. Okay, so, a bit hard to see, that just sits neatly there. And if I get a piece of short acrylic. Hey Jerry! I take this plastic off, if I can. Whoop. Oh, is this not? Should only be frosted one side. Oh, I just split my nail. Don't use your nails to take off the plastic. Stupid. Okay, this looks like it's frosted both sides. Interesting. Normally the acrylic I get is only frosted one side. Okay, well that might diffuse it even more. That might be good. So, will this slide in? Damn well hope so. Otherwise I'm in big trouble. Okay, it does slide in. Excellent. Okay, so, and it's supposed to hang over the sides a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see, but there is like a strip. Here we go. So there's a strip. It's got a diffuser on it. It's not super, like as I said, it's not diffusing as much as my other stuff does. I can actually see through and see the individual LEDs. Hey, DIY in the ghetto, but that's okay. I mean, that's going to be still better than nothing. Okay, wow. So let's move these down. This is where it's going to get tricky, I think. Once this is on, I think we're good. I think we're golden. But okay, I need to get these off. I can't wait to see what the camera sees with new lighting. Unfortunately, I don't have my new cameras here yet. Really long story I don't want to go into. Very frustrating. But I should have them hopefully in 4 or 5 days. Where did I put my other? It's not going to easily come off. So it's still going to be the old camera looking at this, right? At least the small one, the one that's on the gantry. But my new cameras that I'm getting are designed for low light anyway, which is why I think I might be able to get away with the 5 volts without a problem. Okay, I need to get the T-nuts out. Okay, so I don't know, a good source of LCD panels. I've tried Amazon. If you want good like a source for them, you need to go to China. You need to go like to Alibaba. Okay, so this is going to be a pain. You can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry. I don't really want to stick the. Whoop. Okay, I lost some T-nuts. That's okay. I got plenty. I really don't want to have the camera facing my groin, so if I can avoid it. And this 15-degree angle does not make things easy. Come on. Why aren't you going in? Is something wrong with the end bit? Hang on. Or is it just I can't get the angle right? Oh, this extrusion is different. This extrusion has... Oh, wow. These two pieces of extrusion are different. And this has a much narrower gully in it. And my things aren't going to fit. Check this out. Is this a thing? That you get extrusion that's different? Look at the difference in gap. I thought extrusion was standard. But look at the difference. Like, so if I put that to there, look how much smaller this gully is. Is this a thing? I don't have, like, all my 400 lengths are going to be the same. No, these are both V-groove. Well, I don't know. They look the same on the outside. Oh my God, so what am I going to do? I'm going to, like, I can get it in. It's going to be really tight. I'm not going to be able to slide it easily. Like, I'm going to have to really, I might have to shave. So where's it too tight? Oh, these are my longest pieces as well. Okay. So there are two different standards, are there? Hey, Electronic Smoke UK. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. See, this is, I've never worked mechanical stuff before, and I never expected that. It's like 2 millimeters difference. Hang on, I'll show you again. Like, look at the difference. Like, they're both got a V. Like, they've both got that 45 chamfer down. But they're just... Use what? Oh. So I'm just reading backwards. Grant says extrusions are not standard. Okay, well I did not know that, and now I do. How do you even know what you're ordering? Like, how do you specify? So these long lengths, like I don't know what I'm going to do. Shit. Excuse my language. The only thing I can think of is to take these off. No. Right. To take these back off the LED strip, which I can do. And then somehow... So it's the two long lengths, here and here. So is this the same? I mean, maybe it is a difference between... V and T, but I don't think so. So these will all be the same, all these lengths that are 400. I mean, I've got longer, I can cut new ones. I've got 600s. And these 600s look the same, like these are... See? These work fine. So from the same place, I got 600s, 400s, 300s, 250 and 200s. And I did that on purpose because I don't really... I mean, I've got a drop saw that's not great for cutting aluminium. It's a wood drop saw. So it was just easier for me as I was ordering extrusion. It didn't cost any more to get them sent as pre-cut lengths, right? The one on the left is V-slot, the one on the right's T-slot. Yeah, well, I mean, it's China. I picked what I wanted and I ordered the different lengths from the same supplier. Hey, Kevon. If there aren't any mechanical drawings, don't order. Well, I know that now. I know a wood saw is fine. The problem with my saw, it's quite a thick blade. I can do it, but like I can't, for instance, take a 600 and cut it in half into two 300s because the actual cut ends up being like 5 millimeters wide. So I lose, you know what I mean? But it's fine. I can take, I just need to do 2 of these. I need 2 400mm lengths. Unfortunately, it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I can't really run my circular saw. Hey, Gary. Wouldn't be nice for the neighbours for me to go outside but I'm going to need to, otherwise I can't finish this. So I need 2 400 lengths. Wow, okay, I'm gonna have to... What's a fair time to wake the neighbours up? I mean, it's a weekday, but I would have thought not before 9. Is T-slot or V-slot better? Just different. Well, yeah, I think it depends on if you've got one of those things that are rolling through it, Jay. Hello, Ian. If it's past 7 o'clock, you're definitely allowed to. Yeah, I know, but allowed to and should do. Oh, hi, Yaz. Just waving at me from the door. I just looked out and there was Yaz waving from the door. Okay, I can do it. The other problem is I have to do it on my deck. I wonder if I move into... I don't want to move into the garage. I don't want iron... I don't want aluminium shavings everywhere. Okay, I need a pen. I need to mark these. Did not expect this today at all. Wow. Can you show us a close-up of the 2 different extrusions, end on end, so we can see the profile? I can try. Hey, Paul. I might have to move my magnifying glass so it's over my floor-ish. Magnifying glass. I meant my microscope. Magnifying glass. hang on. I mean, they do look slightly different. I think you're right. One is T and one is V. Like now that I look like that, they do look slightly different. But not that much different. It's the same shape, just slightly different dimensions. But you can see how much more it's sticking out. I don't understand why the channel is a different length. Why the channel bit is a different width. I understand that the shape... Hang on. I understand that the shape of these things might be different, but the channel should be the same width. Wait, let's see if we can get it further out. 1 second. It's a bit hard to... My microscope's not designed to go over my floor. There we go. How's that? So the issue for me here is... where's my... I don't know, I'll use this as a pointer. It's this gap here. You see how it's narrow? I don't understand why this gap would be narrower regardless of what the shape is. Could you see that? I wonder if that info is on the page. No, well, the page was just one type. Like, it didn't specify. It just said, like, you know, and I've bought other extrusion from them. This is the only, these 400 lengths are the only ones that I've had this issue with. They're the only ones. Like, I've got, let me see if you can see. So on that shelf there, like, I've got, I don't know, 30, 40 pieces of different length extrusion from the same company. They're all the same, except for their 400s. And these 400s have also got holes drilled in the corners of them. No. The different. I'm using AliExpress for this, right? If for LCDs you go to Alibaba, you find a supplier, you find a manufacturer of the LCDs, and you buy them from them, as long as you can do the minimum quantities. One is for wheels, like on 3D printer. Yeah. Hey Matex, I've not heard of a Bosch or I didn't know there were different profiles. Yeah, I don't know why they're different. So the 400s were a non-completed order, so they just said, you order, I want this many of this length. They've got a drop down of all the different lengths, and you pick how many you want of each length. Like, it's AliExpress, right? I mean, I bought stacks of stuff from this company. Never had a problem with anything. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't specify what I needed. It was all from the same product page, so I assumed they were all the same. Okay, anyway, I need to... I just need 2 of them, right? I cut them both at the same time. I just need to mark 2 pieces. Check them both first. Yep. So let me just mark them out. What I should do first is tape them together, so I know they're good. I didn't even know Bosch was a thing. I hate those color selections. It's a mess. You never know what you order. Yeah, in this case though, it wasn't a color selection thing. Like, it was one product. You pick the size. Anyway, it is what it is. Thankfully, I've got longer pieces that I can cut. I just need to make sure that these are exactly the right length. So I just want to... Can't see what I'm doing. I'm just taping the ends together. To make sure that they're the right length. So I just got... And I'll tape them in the middle as well. I just got painted tape there. And get some more. Hello, Frank. Anyway, this was an unexpected thing, but you know, I think my name, Unexpected Maker, kind of just speaks for itself. Except did I put that in a bad spot? I did. I put that in a bad spot. Now I want to move this over more. Look, it's just one of those things, you know. It wouldn't be one of my streams unless there was something that went wrong. So while we're waiting, my Reflow Master Pro new boards should be here hopefully this afternoon or tomorrow morning, along with my Raspberry Pi hat for this. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to wait for the stream to do my Reflow Master Pro, my new board. I might just build it, make sure it's working, and get that done. Okay, cool. So I've got this held together in 3 places, and I just need to mark it now of where I'm going to cut it. Still manufacturing diodes here in Melbourne and making machines for other customers. Diodes? What's the best way for me to... I should get a set square. Let me get a set square. I want to do this straight. I'm going to have to apologise to the neighbours big time. I'm using a silver Sharpie, so that shouldn't come off. Okay, so I've got my 2 400 lengths. I just need for the top on each side. Wow, so... Cool. Didn't know that's what you did, Frank. That's pretty cool. Hey, Chris. What's looking snazzy? This is not looking snazzy. This is looking terrible right now. Oh, leave the tape over where you're going to cut. That's a good point. Oh, well. There's no point in me redoing it now. That's fine. I didn't see that in time. I can come out and say, well, I'm about to actually go and use that circular saw and annoy the neighbours at 8 o'clock in the morning to avert a disaster. So, I mean, you can come and say hi while I'm cutting, maybe. Folks, I'll be back in a second. I'm not cutting yet. I'm just going to go outside and put this on the machine. The machine. Okay, so that's ready to go. Yaz will be here in 2 minutes. So she can come and have a chat with you guys and girls while I cut. It's just one cut. Wow, okay. What did I miss? To remote with cam outside, Yaz can be cameraman. You don't want to watch me cutting. Like, it's a non-event. Hello, sweetie. Why are you saying hello, sweetie? Johnny. You know, don't call Yaz sweetie. She'll slap you. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Oh, I just realised I might have put the wrong end on the LEDs. Oh, I put the wrong connector end. Well, that's clever. I put... doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh boy. Oh well, whatever. What a day. What a day. What a day. Day. Bandsaw is my choice. I did have a bandsaw. It wasn't a good one, and it was something I found on the side of the street, and it was always a bit I've got a drop saw. What I want to do is get myself a cold cut-off saw. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I haven't done anything yet. I want to get myself a cold cut-off saw. But I've got no place to put it and to use it. Hey Ray. Anyone else I haven't said hi to? I said hi to Chris, I think. Just looking backwards. I think I got everyone. I hope I got everyone. Yeah. I could have just cut it and come back already, couldn't I? Am I planning on cutting steel a lot? No, just aluminium. Well, maybe. Who knows what I'm going to do in the future. Coffee break while I cut. No, Yuz is going to come and have a chat with you guys while I cut. She's just getting ready. Plug side miter saw will cut through extrusion. It's not cutting through. It's. I want a thin blade with a. Yeah. Anyway, what's wrong? Oh, yeah. You might want to deal with that first.
I'm fine.
You fine?
I'm gonna breathe through it.
Okay, I want to. Do you want the big cam?
Not really.
Well.
It's gonna highlight more.
Highlight what?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Yaz is going to have a chat with you guys and girls. I don't know
Where's the
who's
questions?
in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll move it for you. Yeah, while I just go and cut this stuff. Just want a low slap saw. What I want is the one that oh my gosh, Ivan is using, Miranda's using now. He's got that. It's not a circular saw, it's a blade saw that you can put on angles and cut through. Something like that would be really good. But anyway, okay. Yaz?
Yeah.
Don't touch anything on the table, please. I can't even remember where everything is. If you move anything, I'm screwed. Okay, back soon, folks. You'll hear it.
Close the door, please.
I'll close the door.
Can you let them know that you're doing the noise, please?
Okay.
Hello, welcome to my channel. Hi everyone. Don't ask me about saws, I have no idea. And right now I'm hoping he does not chop off a limb because he's likely to do that. No, I'm not going to swap everything on the desk because, look, full disclosure, I don't know what I'm touching. I don't know if I could, I might electrocute myself. I don't know what any of this stuff is. I'm not touching it. Scissors. Touch the scissors. Yeah, we're all good. Thanks, Erin. We're all okay. Got one on school holidays already and one who's got 3 more days left of school. And then we're on holidays, which doesn't mean much at the moment. It just means that we're all spending time together. Again. Oh, anyway. Change the logo. Like the logo. I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Oh, here he goes. No, he does construction, so he's really handy, but he's also can be very klutzy. So stubs his toe on the same corner of the coffee table that's been there forever. Okay with like machinery so far, but time will tell. It's just a bit klutzy. I sound excited to see the kids. Nope, not at all. You didn't need Sion to have all his fingers. No, he doesn't need to be honest. Not for like, no. Santa. We don't do Santa, so he's not coming to us, but he'll go next door maybe. Yeah, I can't use that on my kids. The whole Santa won't come if you... No, I can't do that. Anyway, it sucks. But I have a friend who told their kids that, you know those alarm sensors in the corner of the room, and like if you move they go the red laser? She told her kids that was Santa the whole year. So that, anyway, foam on the toe stubbing place. No, because if I put the foam there, he'd just stub his toe on just a little bit up. I was just saying you're just a bit klutzy. You're okay with machinery, but like...
Okay.
You're not likely to lose a limb.
I'm not likely to lose a limb.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh.
The alarm, yes, Aaron, use it. It is horrible and brilliant.
What's horrible and brilliant?
The sensor.
Yeah, about...
The Santa.
The Santa thing, yeah.
It is genius. It is absolutely genius. Thanks, Peter. Aim to please. Put pants on and everything. Fingertip, count his fingers. No. I would have heard.
I lost an eye, but
I would have heard if there was an issue. There was no issue.
No issue.
He did cut the deck in half, but his limbs are there.
Oh, come on. Not that bad.
Oh yeah, he is nervous that I would say something revealing.
No,
I'm not checking digits. Don't care. No one even asked about his toes. Hey C.
Yeah.
Do you often bump your toes on the coffee table?
Or
or the bed, the corner of the bed?
Often.
Like, the point is...
Sometimes. Once a month. Often in the dark when I'm half asleep.
No.
Sometimes when I'm awake.
Yeah.
And the lights are on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, fabulous. My son's on. Hey, bud.
Yeah, he wanted to come in. I said no.
Oh, okay. So he's just using my account.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Ironing board. What is that?
Okay, yeah, I want to keep going on this.
Okay. All right. Anyway, it was so nice, everyone. Have a great Christmas, New Year.
Yeah.
Enjoy time with your family. And think of us not enjoying ours. What? It's true.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah.
Listen, important. Don't walk across. Walk around
Around what?
the deck and go through the middle.
Why?
Because there's aluminium shavings all over the floor.
You got one there.
Okay. Can you
Okay.
walk around?
around.
Thank you. Okay, we're good. We have 2 new pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Can you take Flynn off, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Lego is currently pink. I cut the deck in half. That's why she has to walk around. No, I just don't want her walking on the aluminium shavings and taking them into the house. I got to clean up out there now. Anyway, I've got 2 new pieces. So let's try this again. Did I not sweep up? No, I did not sweep up. I'll sweep up later. I'm nervous. Not nervous. I'm eager to get this in and working. Yeah. Just want to get this mounted. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the next piece. need to move these around here, and they're twisted. Of course, they're twisted. Okay. Aluminium shavings are a pain. They are a pain, and that's the thing. I can't do them in my garage. I can't do stuff like that where my pick and place is, and where all my equipment and stuff is, like production stuff. And I don't really have any other place to do it except for out on my deck, which is just not ideal. Okay, this is working as expected. The LED strips are coming off the adhesive backing thing. That's okay. I should get this back on first, I think. This front bit. We're going to get the kids to count how many there are. Oh, that's mean, Yaz. That is actually quite mean. Which way does this go? No. No. That way. No. That way. Yep. Okay, so that goes back on here. See, these things fit in it okay. So, I mean, that's just annoying. It's annoying that that happened, but what you're going to do, it's dealt with for the moment. Okay, just getting these ends on. Need to vacuum set up and curtains for working with less clean things inside. Still wouldn't do it inside my. I don't have any room inside my garage for stuff like that anymore. I've got no place to even stick my circular saw, like the drop saw. Oh wait! No! I didn't put the thing on. The thing on. I need to put the thing on first. Okay. Oh, static. Come on, plastic, get off. Okay, I might have just got that in the way. I might have to take this off. Maybe not. Okay, good. We're in. Yay. Right, I need to get these corner bits back in first. Can everyone even see what I'm doing? Let me rotate my camera around. That might be better. Okay, so these things are actually kind of important to hold the LEDs around in the corner as well. Just gonna find the bits. Which were the bits I was using? Those are the bits, okay. I can't claim that this is a smart way to do anything. I think a design that would have been, it's not the right size. Where's my other Allen key gone? I moved an Allen key. I think a design for the lights that would have been easier to install would have been much more favourable, and I'm going to have to make sure I do that as part of a redesign when I release some design files for this, when I come up with my final design. This is not it, right? Let's be clear. This is absolutely not my final design. Like, I can't even get this into the thing. This is way too fiddly. Serves me right. So I don't know how I'm going to screw that back together again with that light there. And the T-nuts. These drop-in T-nuts, they twist around too much. I really don't like them. I gotta say, I'm not a fan. Bye, Yaz. Gotta take Flynn to school. I just heard the car door. Do I not have any larger? See, I find these T-nuts they twist around, they turn. They're not supposed to turn. But I get how they work. They've got the corners on them, and that they twist 45. Oh, they twist 180, and then they're supposed to lock in place. But from my experience, they don't. And I find that quite frustrating. And where'd I put my tweezers? I have to tweezer them in. Like, I could not expect anyone else to go through this, what I'm going through now. Put lights in. Oh, come on. Maybe I'll just keep these corners out. I think I'm just gonna have to keep the corners out for the moment. Oh, I got that one in. But will it lock? Okay, it locked. Wow. I might keep the rest of the corners out for the time being. That was not fun at all. And I'm not able to get the LEDs around. I'm just going to break them now. Okay. Yep, I'm going to keep the corners off for the moment. And I'm just going to put this back together as is. Yeah, that's a good idea, so I'll just do that. Okay. No corners, as in these pieces. This is going to be sturdy enough. This will be way sturdy. Oh, wait. No, that's fine. I'll do it from the other end. I don't even know how I'm going to light this up yet, folks. I can fake it just with a tiny pico for the time being. Okay, I need to now get this around. It'd be easy if I just turn it around. Maybe. Lighting first, people. Lighting first. Okay, let's get another piece of this in. Just getting the plastic off. Get off my fingers. Really not exciting to see. Okay, I think in the future I'll do stuff like this, not on a stream. And I'll say, hey everyone, check out what I did, and it was super easy to put together. And you'll all go, wow, that's just awesome. And I'll go, yep. And I'll just pretend like the hard work never happened. That it was all just smooth sailing. So the fact that this comes off the tape is a bit of a problem, because it makes it really hard to get through the channel. You have to cut the backing tape, that is, not the... So it gets through the channel. There we go. Can you imagine if this doesn't actually light up much? That'd be bad. Okay, now I have to take this one off. This is the old piece that is no good. Actually, let's take this off first. I really didn't think it was so much of a drama to get all this in today, but apologies everyone. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, interesting. Son of a bitch. This one, oh, can't believe I pulled that apart for nothing. This one is different. No, it's not. It's the same. Okay, don't worry. False alarm. False alarm, false alarm. Okay. need to get the last bit of acrylic in. Yeah, can you, if this doesn't work, or if this is too dull, I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might cry a bit on the inside, and then I might just move on to a new project. Get under. Okay. Get in. I haven't cut the end of this yet. I will soon. I don't even know how many LEDs there are. And okay. We're almost back together. Almost. Or as my son would say, almost. I mean, this does look pretty, I have to say. Not that pretty is a requirement. Sorry, everyone can see my armpit. Okay, so plenty of LEDs spare. Oh my god, turn around. Okay, so I didn't really count how many LEDs this is going to use, and I hope I didn't rip that off. No, I didn't. Okay. So these corner bits were designed to keep these centered, right? So this is going to move around, as you can see, because there's no corner bit there holding it in place, but that's okay. That's really okay. It actually works better in the corners without the corner bit. Okay, I need to... Can't believe I used the wrong end. That's so annoying. Because I had this board ready to go with the correct end. I'm gonna have to get some DuPont cables. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Anyone know how much current you can put through a DuPont cable? Will this even plug in? Maybe. Are these not... Oh, they're bent. Excellent. One. You desoldered it from the input side. How can it be the wrong connector? Well, it is. It's the... I don't know. It's this one. It's not this one. Lost my mouse. It's supposed to be this one, but it's not. It's this one. So that's really annoying. I think simply a bright LED. Hello Nick, a bright LED where? On the angled faces of the gantry. The angled faces. What do you mean? Well, that's what this is. I'm not sure what you mean. Anyway, this is fine. I can use this. Except I'm going to have to unscrew these. And this might have a problem reaching now, but that's okay. So 5 volt just says round, data and ground. I'm using my LED controller board, yay, except I haven't got my new revision yet. And this is the one that I can only power from 5 volts from the Tiny Pico at the moment. So interrupting the topic here, sorry. Last stream you mentioned potential C certification for your board. Like a video on this topic would be interesting. Not really. Well, there's not really anything I can make a video about. Like, I'm not doing the lab testing, it's being done overseas, so I'm not going to get to see that happening. I mean, I'm not sure, like, what type of stuff would you want to see in a video? Now, there is some code on here already. I think it just lights up. It's just that animation code. Ooh, okay. So it's just lighting up this section here. Oh, dancing girls. What? Just gonna get rid of all this plastic from the acrylic and put it in the bin because it's sticking to everything. Now I want to, just for the moment, I'm going to get the Arduino IDE up, and I'm going to I need to work out how many LEDs because I didn't count them, so I'm just going to run them low meaning, yeah, looks bright enough, possibly bright enough, possibly. Do I already have it open? I do. Oh, I lost it though. Okay, must have restarted. I think that's IO 15. 15 and it's RGB, and I can show you what I'm doing. It's not overly exciting. Except you can't see the other camera from this mode. So this is RGBW. I don't even need any of this. Like, this is just the strand test. Brightness 50 is fine. Make brightness 20 to start with, and I'm going to just color swipe, no delay, and 128. So it's going to be really not bright at all. And I'm going to loop. I'm just going to return the loop. I don't want to do any of that. And is the board selected? Yes, you see moving lights. Oh, you can see it in the little window, in my face window. Yep. Okay, let's compile and send that. So this is 100. You should just turn them on. So this is at 20% brightness and really low, and half brightness on the white. Okay, it's gone all the way to there. I'm not sure if you can see. This is super dull. Just because I'm pulling this through my computer right now and I don't want to pull too much current through. Didn't raise your belt mount. No, I haven't done that yet. I haven't done any of the belt adjustments yet. Because I want to also replace the linear rail. So no, it's I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need 15 or 16 more. So 116. And I'm going to make him a bit brighter. Yeah, I think Jay came in later than when I was saying that stuff. Okay, so that's all of them around, just in white. And I'd love to know how much current this is taking. I might get my little USB thing out to try it. Except I need a USB to USB cable, USB-C, in and out, C, in, out. Okay, I'm just going to unplug this for the moment. This goes to in, and I need an out. USB-C to USB-C. I hope this is also a data cable. Anyway, out goes to here. Okay, 200 milliamps. No, 380 milliamps. I'm pulling at the moment on this. So that's not. So if I put the white to full brightness, but I'm still only at 20% overall. So if I go solid white, 20% overall, it's going to be about 400 milliamps. Just recompiling. Okay. So the test is going to be, I'm going to disconnect the power line of this. So there's no voltage going in. And I'm going to recompile at 100% brightness. And flash the Tiny Pico at 100% brightness. And I'm going to switch the power to a 3 amp USB-C connector. Hey Colin. Because I don't want to pull that through my computer. Okay, that's flashed for 3 amps now. I'm going to unplug that. And I'm going to connect this one back in. I'm going to get to see exactly how bright this is. I can turn all my other lights off or whatever. Need 2 cables. You need to go. Oh, lost a wire. Okay, you need to go there. You need to go. Okay, here we go. Hopefully it doesn't go pop. Oh, is that all? That doesn't look super bright. I'm going to turn off some lights. So I've got a lot of lights in here right now. I'm going to say the A word, everyone. Alexa, turn off fire. Okay, it's blowing up in the camera now. Okay, Okay, so my room, every light in my office is off except for my logo and here. So this looks fairly even. I mean, that looks really hot in the camera. It's not that hot, right? It's not that hot. This is the white channel at 100% brightness, okay? Actually, I'm curious. I'm just going to unplug this again. I want to plug this into my USB connector just to see exactly how much power it's pulling. Okay, that's 1 amp. It's pulling 1 amp to light this. White or grey cardstock? What do I need that for? Right now I'm looking at just white. I mean, this is fine. Like, this won't ever be running in darkness. But what I'm looking for is even lighting. Right? I'm looking at minimal shadow, even lighting. So, where is this camera? If I plug this in, will this reach? I should be able to plug this camera in to my computer and camera settings quit unexpectedly. That's fine. So can I get one moment. Movie recording. RG cam. Wow. Okay. So this is what I'm seeing. I'll show you. Let me switch. So this is what I'm seeing from the camera. Like, that's pretty even lighting. That's with no other lights in here right now. Stream error. There's no drop frames here or anything. Try refreshing your browser. I mean, that's pretty good. Look, you know, what I want to actually, a good check for this is if I get something that is going to cast shadow. How about some solder? It's about looking at this. Look at the spill pattern. There's no spill of shadow. That's too big. I need something smaller. Dum dum dum. Here we go. This will work. This will be good, actually. Right. Look at the shadow. That's the important thing. Hey, Mark. So not going to stay long. Just thought I'd see how badly he's doing things wrong. YouTube distribution must be sure it's coming and going. Sorry to hear, Chris. So see the shadow? Like there's no hard edges. It's completely smoothed out because of all the lights and the diffusion. I mean, that's super even lighting. So I'm really happy with that. Look at it. Look at the shadows around it. It doesn't even have to be this bright, by the way. I mean, that is bright. You know, I could run this at probably even 50% might be okay. Actually, I might try that now. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to unplug this. Just for the moment. Yeah, so this LED driver board is getting, I mean, it won't be running this, but that got a little, when I say warm, not hot at all, just not cold. Like a little bit of warmth there. I probably could have done double the copper on it. Remember, and it won't be sitting here lit up like this all the time. That's the point. Throw a pot on the TP so you can adjust real time. Well, it won't be running off a TP like this. This is temporary. This is just temporary. I'm going to put this back to 50% brightness. So I'll tell you what the plan is for this. So we're clear. And that's what the PCB detection part of the video is about today. So while this is compiling, so the idea with this lighting is, apart from the fact that I can do, no, you're just on time, wagon loads. Hello. So apart from the fact that I can do different quadrants and different colors, here's the thing. The idea with this is the lighting will be down to like 50% and only 1 in 4 LEDs might be on, right? Really low light. And the camera can detect if there's anything moving. So if it sees a PCB coming in, or it sees my hand, or it sees a board go in, it'll detect that the frame's changed, and it'll then light up, right? It'll do whatever it needs to do, and then it can go down again. Hey, Quixotic Geek, how you doing? So this will only ever be really low light. Hey, Citizen Blank, what did you miss? Well, I put a lighting rig inside my optical inspection system. Actually, I didn't wire that back in again. I should do that first. So I'm disconnecting the power every time I am plugging the Tiny Pico into the computer again, so I'm not accidentally blowing my USB port. And I'm using an external power supply. Okay, that's it. This is at 50%. That's not going to focus. Hello, focus. Come on. In the code comments it said 255 for max brightness, and you added 100. What? Oh yeah, that's a good point. That wasn't max brightness. Right, that was less than half. Okay, well there you go. You're absolutely right. I didn't even read that. I'd like to know why the focus isn't working. Maybe there's not enough light now for it to focus. Okay. It's not wanting to focus. Let me turn Alexa on for a second. Alexa, turn on fire. Okay, yeah, there's not enough light to focus. Alexa, turn off fire. Okay. So even still, okay, so this is well under. If that's the case, this is at 50. So this is one fifth of the light power, and that is still ample light to do detection from. Optical inspection system for inspecting your opticals, for inspecting PCBs. Got plenty of current to be consumed. Then you can use 255 setting. It'll get the extrusion toasted. Yeah, I don't need to go that bright. So, right, I missed that whole thing. So at 100, which is less than 50%, that's like what? That's 42%. At 42%, that was way bright. Are you expecting detection problems caused by the difference in LED, PW, and frequency, and the camera's refresh rate? No. No, not at all. Things like that I think are a non-issue. So the question is, I'm not going to be able to mount this back on right now. Maybe. Just hold on one moment. So this is not the camera I'm going to be using, right? Just so we're clear. I've got new cameras coming that are designed for lower light and much higher res. But if I just mount this back on temporarily. Okay, and get the camera out of the way. Okay, and if I plug this one in instead, can we see 255 brightness? Oh, we're seeing my rig won't melt, but my LED driver board might. So yeah, I'd rather, yeah, maybe not. Okay. Let's try that again. Have to quit QuickTime. Go again. New movie recording. That's me. And go to USB camera. Right, so look how dark, yeah, because I haven't set anything, any of the defaults. But that's like, they can't even pick anything. That's way too low light for this camera, which is a problem. Is ability to focus caused by field of view not being evenly illuminated. It's just a lighting issue, I think, on that particular camera, but I'm not using that top camera either. Both of these cameras are being replaced. Yeah, the W is on its own. I don't need more overall light. That's the point. In this particular case, this camera is no good. Like you might be able to see flashes. Like if I'll put my other lights back on. Alexa, turn on fire. Alright, this camera is terrible for low light. It can be adjusted, but I can't do that in here. These are cool white, not warm white. These are they're supposed to be the 6500 lumen ones, but I don't know. You know, you never know what you get from China. But this is why I'm changing. I need to change the camera of this one. This camera is not. Focus it better. This camera is not a good enough camera. A bit purple, blue in it. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's consistent lighting, it doesn't matter what it is. Yeah, so this one is really not ideal. I just need to wait till I get my new cameras. My new cameras, they're a slightly different shape, mounting, so all that has to be rebuilt. But the fact is that I think these lights are a success. Why did I use RGB strips? Because I want to experiment with taking photos where I do one quadrant at a time. So I can light up a single side. Hang on, let me just switch cameras. So I can light up, let's say, just this side, but in red. And with a color camera, take a photograph of it and then extract just the red pixels from the photo. And then on this side here, then do a blue photo. On this side here, do a green photo. And on this side here, do a white photo. And then from that, I can construct a really crappy 3D image of what it's seeing using the different color channels. I don't know whether that's going to be useful or not. I don't know how fast it's going to be, but putting addressable RGBW in here means I've got full flexibility and I don't have to pull it all apart to try something else, right? Look, I'm going to put the super bright white on. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to go full 100%. And I'm only going to do it very quickly because I don't know what will happen to my LED driver board. Because that's a lot of power for it to go through. It's going to get hot. Let me just plug it in. Right, I can also use the LEDs for visual indicators and other things as well, right? Catch you later, Jay. Oh, hello, David. The spinning wheel of death. Okay, let me just put this. I'm going to put this to. I know this is going to be a bad idea, but you know, 255 brightness, 255 on the white channel. Flash it. Board is detected to be sent to Johnny. What? Oh, right, flashing pink manically. Right, I got it. I really got to see how much power this is going to pull. I'm very worried. Very worried, but we'll see. I'm expecting this to maybe end badly. And there's a lot of LEDs to light up. Okay. Plugging in. I'm going to turn, I'm just going to do it. Alexa, turn off fire. Okay. I'm going to do it temporarily. 1.4 amps it's pulling right now. And as you can see, it's not that much brighter. Not for this camera. That's full brightness. 1.4 amps. I'm just going to unplug it. Well, that's not too bad. Like, I don't know how long it can sustain that for. 1.4 amps for that's just the white channel, right? I mean, I wouldn't want to turn all the channels on. That'd be crazy. You can't see the... Oh, right. You couldn't see the camera. That's a good point. I'll do it again. This is the down camera. This is not the camera I'm using. So, yeah. This is not the camera I'm using for this. I've got a new one coming. Yeah, I'm not doing 6 amps. But to show you from the other camera, if I just... I'm just going to take this back off again. Unplug that. Add X-rays. Plasma. I need to add plasma. And then when I'm not inspecting PCBs, I can do fusion. I can make a fusion reactor. Plug this one back in. QuickTime does not like me switching cameras like that. So that's with no light. And if I plug this in, right, that's at 100%. 1.4, 1.5. This time it's 1.5 amps. But yeah, that's look how bright that is. That's just crazy. So is a lower cam being oversaturated? No, it's just not the right camera for what I'm trying to do. It's not designed to be so close. Okay, I'm just turn that off. Yeah, it's the wrong type of camera, which is why I've got. So someone asked what cameras I've got coming. I've got a new a 21 megapixel autofocus for the top, but it can be the focus can be software controlled, so I can get it to whatever focus I need it, and I can lock that focus, which is good. And then the bottom one is I've got a 10 megapixel black and white low light, so like a CCTV one, and a 14 megapixel low light CCTV one that's color. No home fusion in Australia. That might be way towards clean energy and a decline in coal. Yeah, we can't have that. Coal all the way. Yay. There's nothing wrong with the small camera. It's a global shutter camera, and it's just not designed. Like I can software control it to have it more gain, but I'm just doing a preview right now. Like I can't do that. Like in OpenCV I can. Like I can set it when it boots up. But it's still not the right camera for down below. It's not high res enough. I want something that's much higher res, so I can take much higher, like better quality pictures of the boards and the components. Well, yeah, or fusion, like a fusion reactor, a plasma-based fusion reactor, but in my home to power my house and to keep the whole suburb warm. You know, when I was a kid, they used to say, if you're bad, you get coal in your stockings for Christmas. That's really funny. I've actually heard that term as well. Oh, my coffee's cold. Cold coffee. Okay, so, well, the lights are a success. That's good. I have to still clean it up a bit. Unfortunately, as I said, I can't run it off the controller board that's coming, because that was, I mean, I can hijack it. I can definitely hijack the board. So the board I've got coming, which is coming tomorrow, let me just show you. Oh, no, can't show you that. That is a secret project. You'll have to wait for that one. Oh my God, that is such a cool project. But you're gonna have to wait. Open project. That one. Okay, so the board I've got coming at the moment is this board that has, I don't think I've got any 3D parts on it. I'm not sure what I've got on it. I'll have a look. Oh, I've got some. Okay, cool. So this is the hat to run my steppers. It's got the place for the bobs. And as I said, it's got 12, it was designed for 12 volt addressable, which I don't have, which I can't do. So, but what I can do is it's got a level shifter on there, 5 volt level shifter. I can do common ground, data coming from the level shifter, and I can just do a separate 5 volts coming in from an external supply like I'm doing right now. So I can still get this to work with a 5 volt, with these LEDs. I'm just going to have to hijack the board. And what I'm doing though is I'm going to respin this board and add a microcontroller to it and use the microcontroller to run the steppers. And possibly also the LEDs, the data for the LEDs as well. That way and it'll still be level shifted. That way I don't have to do that whole pseudo rubbish on the Pi to control the LEDs. So somewhere on this board I need to stick a microcontroller. Most likely somewhere over here on the side. And I might just put a... Ooh, who jumped in? Hey Michael, good morning. A 37 megawatt chicken coop to power your house. Hey Yumbo Prime. So yeah, I'm going to stick maybe I'll just stick I don't want to stick a nano. I don't really want to stick a module, like I don't have to put all the circuitry on here. I might just put a spot for a tiny pico. That way I can flash it separately. And then the idea is the Pi will talk to the tiny pico via UART. And so it'll say it'll send messages to the tiny pico to say, move to this position, do this with the lights. And so the Pi will still be running OpenCV and it'll still be running and controlling everything, but the steppers and the lights will be done directly from a micro, which is going to be much more reliable than trying to do it from the SPI bus on the Pi. but I haven't redesigned the board yet. I want to validate my Pi version of the board. And yeah, as I said, that's coming either today or tomorrow. So I'll build one of those maybe on my second stream and get that hooked up and get all the stuff off the breadboard. So that's the plan. That's the next step for this. And then of course I want to, as I said, I need to redesign this part of the gantry. I'm going to use a smaller rail, so it's going to be lighter. And then I have to redo the pieces to lower the belt, and of course that's going to change again if I go for a different size rail. Is the secret topic on already? No, the secret topic, it's a PCB I'm currently working on. It's going to be a little while before you get to see it. My patrons know about it. Sorry, I had to tell someone. It's not going to be a hat, more of a sandwich. Ha, that's funny. Okay, have a good night's sleep, Quixotic Geek. I hope you're well. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before, or speak to you beforehand, and have a safe, happy New Year. The laser stuff, that's also something that I'm not... Reflow Master Pro PCBs are coming today or tomorrow with my Pi hat optical inspection something. And hopefully that is the last version. I did completely validate that board on a breadboard, like completely validated. It's now got an SD card reader on there. I had, so just to show you, it's a bit messy. Whoa, I just pulled off one of the thermocouples, that's okay. So this breadboard here has got everything on it. Everything on it that my Reflow Master Pro has got on it. I've got sound, I've got 2 fan controllers plugged in, I've got SD card, I've got the thermocouples, the buttons, everything. Fully validated, 100% working, and this is the exact pinout I did on my current Reflow Master Pro version that's coming tomorrow or today. So I'm hoping the hardware for that is done, and then it's just a matter of finishing the software, which is not going to take 5 minutes, unfortunately. It's going to still take a little while. And we can bake at 205 degrees for 1 hour with it. Yeah, I probably won't put a limit on how high you can bake for on it. Sure. Will you be streaming over the Christmas New Year? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I enjoy streaming. So I'd like to continue streaming. I'm not really planning on taking a break at all. I've got so many projects on the go. I've got client work on the go that I need to keep working on. They've all got deadlines early or middle and late January, so I need to be working across that anyway. And I enjoy the streaming, so I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me at least for my weekly streams, like my Wednesday morning streams, to make sure I've got something cool to work on, so I don't bore everyone. Catch you later, David. Sorry, mate. Silly internet. Never trust the breadboard. Well, that breadboard and that setup worked perfectly, reliably for like 2 solid days. I was reflowing with it, doing stuff with it. So I'm feeling very good about my, about this set of hardware. You haven't seen the changes I've made to my Reflow Master Pro, have you? Ooh, it's cool. Good stuff. It is. The other one's pulled apart right now. Yeah, anyway, it's very cool. So, yeah, that's getting close. It is getting close. I need to get that done. Keeps me on my toes. It does. Look, but I enjoy it. But I do feel a level... So my other channel, I don't feel stress at all over. Like, I just do whatever I do on it. It's not scheduled, and I pick whatever I want, and if it's boring, whatever. You have achieved bed. Yes. Achievement unlocked. Are we ending the stream? No, not yet. Soon, but not yet. No, I'm still chatting, still talking. Not ending yet. So yeah, I'll probably keep streaming. I don't know what I'm going to stream. So many of my projects are at the coding stage now. There's another channel. Yes, there's another channel. I've announced it so many times. So I have a channel called Unexpected Streams. Let me find you the link. YouTube. Let's give you a link to my last one, if I can find it. Where's the interesting? Why is it not showing up? Okay, I'll just search for it. Have you missed anything interesting? I don't know. Maybe. I'm working on lots of interesting stuff at the moment. So this is the last stream I did. I've done 13 streams on there so far. From where did you buy the new cameras? Will they be easily sourceable for others? Yeah, they're RGBW cameras, so they are easily sourceable. I used a local crowd in Perth to buy them from. That has its own issues, separate to the fact that, yeah, they're just, they're cameras, they're RGBW cameras, and they're readily available, yes. And there were distributors around the world. The first lot I bought actually came from Europe, so... how you doing, Fire Developer, by the way? Perth is local. Perth is the other side of Australia. And let's just say it's been 3 weeks and I still haven't got my cameras. And there's been dramas, but hopefully it's sorted now. So yeah, I've been working... Okay, so I'm not going to show anything, but I'll tell you all. All my laser stuff has arrived. Isn't Perth like 3,000 kilometres away? 3 million kilometres. Australia is massive. I don't know how far away it is from Melbourne. It's pretty far. Like I can fly. I can fly overseas in a shorter period of time than I can fly to Perth. Dramas, never. So all my laser stuff has arrived. My galvos have arrived, and my RGB laser actually made it. So I've been working on a controller board for it, which is done, and it's at JLC PCB right now. But I probably won't have it for about 10 days or so, because in the same batch order right now, there's a bunch of 4-layer boards, which take like 4 or 5 days to make instead of the 24 hours for the 2-layer boards. But lasers, pew pew pew. So I'm making a laser projector for the streams where the chat can control it. So it's an RGB laser, and the plan is that it'll be able to display messages up on my wall and draw pictures and stuff. And chat will be, I don't know how far they'll be able to control it yet. I don't know. Did you also... I've got laser goggles. I've got plenty of laser protection goggles in the other room. I won't be looking at it, and it's going to be over there and facing the wall. So everything is here except for my PCBs to control it, and I've got no software to control it yet. PCB is designed, and it's freaking cool, and I'm not going to show it to you yet. It's going to be a surprise. Gonna be a surprise. What? Simple Electronics here? Bodie McBoatface. Going to end badly. Why is it going to end badly? Did I miss Simple Electronics? Can't see him in chat. Catch you later, Alan. You too. Have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and a giving the crowd. Well, they'll have limited control. Like, they can't rotate the laser towards me or anything. Like, it's running through a galvo. They've only got a a 15, 20 degree angle that they can work from. Oh, right. You're looking at things to sub to. Yeah, Simple Electronics is great. It does great podcasts and good videos. Yeah. So my lasers can't be modulated. But they've got TTL control for the color, so I can do 7 colors with it. I'd like to eventually look at one that's got analog input, so I can do blending and I can do any color with it. Like I can do the full range. So aren't you on next week then? I am on next week. Why? Why are you asking me what date is it next week? Blondie Hex, I'd get channel to subscribe to. Oh, is a channel, right, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for my laser boards to arrive before I show them. Well, unless you want to back me on Patron, and then you get to see them early because they've already seen them. I keep my patrons up to date on everything I'm doing regularly, but I don't want anyone to feel any pressure. If you want to back me on Patreon, you can. If you don't, or you can't, that's also cool. Everyone here eventually gets to find out what I'm doing, but I can't spill everything all the time. I've got to leave things for, for the wow factor. This is good. I had a lot of fun designing this board, both designing the board and the visuals I put on the board. Don't be pushy, Johnny. So yeah. Trying to think I don't know. Yeah, this other project though, the secret one, the one I couldn't show you, it was on the screen, is insane. It's one of those idiotic projects that no one ever does because it's an idiotic idea. Well, I'm doing it. It'll end worse than the lasers. I'm pretty sure it'll be worse than the lasers. If anything's going to burn my office down, my workshop down, it's going to be this. Yeah, I got to give the patrons some love. I really appreciate their support, and so yeah, they get to see stuff early. They also get to hear all about my whinging and complaining most of the time. Still aiming for a 2-layer board for that. I'd like to, but I think it might have to be 4. And they're going to be, yeah. It's not, yeah, I don't know. I know I can route it on 2 layers. I'm worried about as I said, the power delivery. But for those that know what I'm talking about, it's spaced out. So there's plenty of room. Like it's not going to be hard to route. There'll be plenty of room, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I can't do aluminium with it. Aluminium would be another option, but I can't do aluminium. I don't think. Expecting more secret projects in 2022? No, I don't know. The reason this one's secret is because I don't know if I'm going to go through with it. I don't want to announce it and show it. Let's just say it's going to take a very long time to assemble and it has to be done by hand. So, yeah. Yeah, they get all the rants. Although I've stopped ranting about JLC for a change. I'm trying to keep that on the lowdown. I'm not going away at all over Christmas, or New Year's. So, yeah, I'm going to be around and I'll keep, as I said, I'll do my regular streams and I'll keep, will I work on videos? I'd like to. I'm finding it really hard to work out how to actually video any of this stuff that I'm working on at the moment. How could I video this lighting scheme? It would have been the worst video ever. Back from work, what did I miss? Got it all working, and it's way light enough, and it's perfectly diffused, and it's perfect. It's great. So the lighting is a win. The whole getting it all together was not. I had to cut more aluminium extrusion during the stream, but Yaz came in to say hi, and she was dealing with stuff. a video with a video camera is the usual way. Right. I meant how do I actually video and edit it? How do I structure it? How would I have done any of this from today on a video and not bored the crap out of everyone and whatever? Yeah. I also have to knuckle down and focus on finishing or getting everything ready for my S3 launch, whenever that is. I need to be ready for whenever I can launch. Can aluminium PCBs double as a heatsink? Yes, they can. They absolutely can. And they're really good for a heatsink, especially for LEDs and high power LEDs. But they're also harder to work with, as in the tolerances and the size of the pads you can put on there, and the size of milling and drilling holes are nowhere near as fine detail as what you can do it with FR4. Well, unless you pay an absolute gazillion dollars for them, which I don't want to do. Well, it's one of the points of aluminium PCBs. I'm sure there are more. I don't know. I haven't really worked with them, so I don't know what else there'd be. Exotic Geek's only got one eye open. So, happy KiCad Day, everyone. Tomorrow, or today, they're launching the 15th. Today's the 15th for me. So, where's the launch? No, I'm kidding. It'll be my tomorrow. Or maybe my late tonight. I don't know. Anyway, KiCad 6. Woohoo! So, yeah, I'm really enjoying KiCad now. So this secret thing, like, there's no way I could have done it this easily in Eagle. Not a chance. Not a chance. So, yes. Really loving working in KiCad. And you remember I mentioned last week, for those who remember, that there was an issue with the windows popping in the wrong spot and not remembering and everything, and it was driving me nuts. They fixed it last week. Whenever, Monday, I think. Anyway, my current build doesn't have that problem. My windows behave themselves. They're in the right spot and they remember their spot. Oh, it's so good. Well, I've been using KiCad 6 the whole time. Sumya. I apologize. I just butchered your name. But yeah, I've only been using, I didn't like 5, but I've only been using 6, or the nightlies. Still on nightlies now. And yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Are you not on 6 yet? Oh my gosh, it is so good. So much better. I mean, it's got a lot to go still. Don't get me wrong. 7's going to be better. Like, there's stacks of things still that they can do. I put in stacks of feature requests for stuff. There are some things that are still a bit cumbersome that Eagle is better at. I can't compare other tools. I don't know any other EDA tools except for Eagle and KiCad now. But overall, the workflow in KiCad is much faster. I wouldn't call it more intuitive. It's different intuitive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the workflow paradigms are very different. The results are the same, and fundamentally what you're doing is the same. But the speed in which you can do things is very different for different aspects of Eagle and KiCad. So things like routing and moving traces around in KiCad is so much faster than in Eagle. But working in schematics, I'm finding to be slower, but it's fine. But yeah, it's a little more cumbersome to be working at the schematic level, I believe, in KiCad. But it doesn't matter. When I'm doing a board, I spend this much time on the schematic, apart from making it lay out nicely, and I spend this much time on the board, right? So I'm happy for the optimizations to be at the board side. Hello, Lars. Your sudo problem, add user to SPI group, run command sudo user mod. Is that why, so I don't have to run the Neo pixels in sudo? Okay, thank you. I'll have a look at that. Hey, Harbotics. Did I say hi to you already? But why have you been waiting for 6? Like, the nightlies have been usable for, like, forever. I mean, occasionally there have been regressions and bugs being introduced and getting fixed and stuff, but it's been really good. Like, as unstable as the nightlies have been, it's still been more stable than Eagle. Let me tell you that much. Okay, I just missed... Sorry, Dale, I must have missed you when you came in earlier. And I didn't say hi. So, hi. Anyway, so that's good. It's not that I'm excited about the 6 release because I don't care. I'll continue using the nightlies going forward. I'm excited about 7 or the start of the 7 cycle, which I believe they've already started like internally. Yeah, I think there's going to be lots more really cool stuff coming. So you should try it again, Aaron, but only 6. And there's a couple of settings you need to change in, like especially the mouse control, to take away a couple of things that I find annoying. I get other people might like them, whatever. And I think you just got to persevere. Like I did, and it was well worth it. It really was. It was well worth it. Yeah. So in 7, well, I don't know exactly what's coming in 7. So I'm looking over there. My camera's there. I should move my chat over so I don't look so far away. I don't know exactly what's coming in 7. But I'm hoping that there'll be like at least some of the things I've asked for, like like a trim command when you're working on like your edge cuts, your boards, and abilities to do proper like fillets and stuff. So I know you can do arcs right now to do curves, edges of boards, but that's a terrible way to work, honestly. Being able to grab a corner and just drag it and make a fillet, or a fillet tool or something. I mean, Eagle does that out of the box, which is really nice and allows you to make really nice quick boards. Interestingly, they've got that ability in 6 for traces, but not for other things. Hey Eric, I should definitely upgrade. You should definitely upgrade from 516. Yeah, 6 is great. It's not backward compatible. Just keep that in mind. Back up all your stuff. Keep 5 around. But yeah, 6 is really, the workflow's faster. The features are better. Like it's just, yeah. So what KaiKit's being what do you mean by integrated? It's not being integrated. You mean the PCM stuff? It's just, he's just including it in the plugin manager. So KaiKit's now got a plugin manager. This came very late for 6. Let me show you. So there's a new so the PCM, the plugin and content manager. So it's still very new. There's not a lot of stuff in there. But it's happening a bit at a time because it only just came out. But basically what you've got is official repositories and then third-party repositories to grab plugins. So yeah, so KaiKit's coming. It will be coming as a plugin. He's working on it right now. Yeah, it'll come in the PCM manager. I assume things like Kai Buzzard and stuff will come in there. There are a bit of controversy at the moment. There are some things that won't be coming in, like the JLC PCB tools, just because it's specific for JLC. Like JLC will have to apply to KiCad for the KiCad team for it, just because KiCad's open source. The tool is open source, but JLC isn't. Anyway, plugins are written in Python, and plugins have always been available, but they're building a content manager place. You'll be able to get like color themes from here now. People will be able to publish and make them and submit them, and libraries. So like the alternate library, KiCad library, which is quite popular, is available here now. So rather than going hunting everywhere for stuff, this is really cool. Do file formats change? Yeah, the file format between 5 and 6 has changed. They're not backward compatible. They'll be staying. There was a couple of times during 6 where the files had to be upgraded. They weren't. You couldn't open them in a previous nightly. That only happened to me a couple of times. It was no big deal because I was in the 6 cycle anyway. I'm curious to see, like, there are plugins and things for KiCad that I don't even know exist that are found in here so far. So I think that this is exciting. But this only just came near the end of the nightly of the 6 development cycle. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff on the way for stuff like this. That's really cool. Or like a feature of auto panelization. Well, that's what KiKit does. There's no real auto panelization. Like, you can't. Every board's different, right? If you just needed basic panelization, any of the PCB manufacturers can do that for you for nothing. But you're waiting for the stable release. Why? You don't need stable. Run the nightlies. Live on the edge. You can run them both concurrently. You can do stable and a nightly. HTML bomb is useful one. Yeah, there's stacks. Hey, Pierre. There were stacks. Stacks are really cool plugins. Anyway, so this is a nice feature. There's been some discussion on the Discord about things that have been held off for 7 or whatever, or things coming in 7. I don't know. I just, things, usability stuff that I've been discussing, hopefully will come in 7 and just improve things. It's all about getting to your design as fast as possible. Hey Bruce, how was skiing? Didn't break any limbs? So that's really cool. Yeah. Hopefully there'll be maybe an update to the renderer. So the renderer right now can't do like any metallic surfaces. Like, that'd be nice if they could introduce metallic surfaces. So then we get things like nice USB connectors and stuff. Again, look, I don't know what's planned. They've not released a roadmap for 7 yet. I mean, they need to get 6 out the door, right? And they'll be working on 6 for quite a while they start working on 7. I mean, how long was the 6 cycle? Was it a year and a half? Well, I know it's longer. I mean, John Crafton, who's a guy I chat with a lot, he's one of the developers, like, he's been working on 6 for 4 years, right? Well before 6 was even announced. So, I don't know how long people have been working on 7 already, and I don't know how long the cycle will take. Hopefully it'll be much quicker now that they've done a lot of this major rework. It's a year. A year between major releases? No. 5 came out years ago. Oh, they want to do major releases yearly now. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, good and bad. So as most of you know, I used to be a game developer, and I used to use the Unity game engine, and when they transitioned to trying to get an update out every year, a major update every year, they ended up releasing crap updates that were incomplete and buggy and stuff because the schedule became more important than what they were working on. How's the project fun? Well, it's open source, it's volunteer, but there are some paid developers. There's like some full-time people, and I think CERN. I mean, there's a lot of people. A lot of people contribute to it financially, but like some of the bigger players are CERN. I mean, there must be a place. If you look at, I'm sure if I go to the About KiCad, there'll be something to do with, hopefully there'll be to do with who supports it financially. I mean, these are all the developers. So when I said John Crafton, John Evans. His name's Crafton in Discord. So a lot of a lot of people contribute to KiCad. It's pretty crazy. Right, they're just developers, and most are volunteers. Document writers, librarians. It's funny. Artists. Okay. I was hoping there'd be some info here on who financially supports. I'm sure there is on their website somewhere. I'm happy with the commercial options, so funded the open source project. Yeah, CERN is awesome. Did it grow out of... No, I think KiCad was around before CERN jumped on board, but they've been a major financial player for a really long time, I think. I thought it was around before that, though. I don't know. Is it better to be feature or goal bound? I think it's better to be feature bound and get the feature right, or don't ship it. Well, that's the other thing. So if you're going to be goal bound or timing bound, you need to be prepared to drop a feature and put it in another version down the line, and not be... You have to be not afraid to announce the feature and talk about it, and then not afraid to pull it if it's not ready and take the heat from the users, right? That's the thing. And a lot of companies aren't prepared to do that. They're either not prepared to announce it up front in case they're not able to deliver, or they're not prepared to take the heat from the users when they say, look, this isn't really ready yet and we need more time to get it ready, so we're dropping it for this version. A really good example of that, and shoot me all you want, I really don't care, is Apple with their release of Monterey 12.1. They dropped their I can't remember what it's called, the universal feature, whatever it is, the where you can have like, you know, two Macs and an iPad and a phone next to each other and use the mouse, not a phone, an iPad, and use the mouse across them, like the screen sharing thing, but built in. Universal control, right? They were promising that for 12.1, and they announced before 12.1 came out that it's not ready, and they're not releasing it, and they're going to wait till 12.2 or when it's ready. I mean, it takes a lot of guts to do that because the amount of backlash you get from users is really big. So I have no problems with KiCad going to yearly, so long as they're prepared to pull a feature, a key feature that people are waiting for from a release if it's not ready. Unity were never prepared to do that, so what they used to do was they would release it as a preview version. They'd go, oh, it's not quite ready, but instead of us pulling it away, it's a preview version, and then they release it as a preview version, and then when it was ready for release, they'd release it, but it would be incompatible with the preview version because they had to change so much to get it working right. You don't do that to users. That is just the worst thing you can possibly do. So, especially people who are relying on, you know, making games and then having to maintain them for years. Mark's been to CERN. Really? Wow, that's really cool. Incidentally, if you want to be hated by the KiCad devs, suggest they should swap to using floating point rather than integers internally. Okay. Okay. Open source always has the best UI. No, it's got bad UI. KiCad's it's getting much better. It is definitely getting much better. They had more people working on the art for KiCad 6. Hopefully they'll get more people again working on 7. There is a page of sponsors. DigiKey is a lot small. Where's the page of sponsors? Oh, on their website. Yeah? Do you have the link, Bruce? Can you post the link, please? No, it's not a joke. It's quite often that open source projects don't have fantastic UI or UX. It's true. It's true. But that's okay. I know. You get there eventually. Hey, Yuri. Long time no see. Hello. Oh, Mark got it. Okay, thank you. Let's take a look at it. I'm quite curious to know who they are. Corporate sponsors. I believe you can, they're not on GitHub, they're on GitLab. I don't know if you can do sponsorship on GitLab. Platinum. Tesla, DigiKey, KiCad Services Corporation. Right. So for those who don't know, KiCad Services Corporation it's KiCad but for commercial users. So you don't pay for KiCad, but you pay for your commercial support for KiCad. And then this team, they work on training and help, and they'll work on bug fixes for you and stuff like that. That also gets rolled back into the main line, like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone benefits from it, but it's for companies that rely on KiCad for their commercial projects, which they're allowed to do, but that need a paid level of customer support, right? When you use an open source tool and you don't contribute to it, then the expectation should be that the support is volunteer, whatever you get, and you need to be patient. But that's what KiCad Services Corporation deals with. Silver sponsors, next PCB, Osh Park, PCB GoGo. Bronze, PCB Way, interesting, I did not know that, and PCB Libraries. And so where's, interesting that CERN is not in that list, or is that, I don't know how that works. Slackware over Red Hat. Well, I think maybe they are working on symbols and libraries. I don't know. Look at in-kind sponsors. Okay. I was about to click on that. I'm curious to see what historical sponsors is. No Charm High. No. There are, yeah, I don't know. Maybe DigiKey just haven't announced them louder, but I'm not sure it makes sense for people like DigiKey to make libraries. Honestly, it should be up to the component manufacturers to make the correct libraries for their parts. So CERN, WebLatte, right? Cool. And then what's historical? Is that previous? Previous sponsorship, right? Okay. Arduino, System 76, use of Grenoble. Very cool. Okay. Yes, I know what it is. It's the translation people. I know. But is it not called WebLatte? Not. Is that not how you pronounce it? How else do you pronounce it? WebLate? I hope not. WebLate sounds terrible. I've never been able to import 3D part images in KiCad. Really? I do all the time. I've made my own Infusion and I import them all the time. You just stick them in a models directory. It takes step or the WRL, the VRML format. Donation matching at the top. Donation to KiCad will be matched. Wow, look at that, how much? Goal of 50. Accelerate KiCad with your donation. I'm going to donate $100 right now on stream, and I'm going to make sure. I don't know what's going to take me. Oh, okay. Let me just log in. You have to trust me that I'm doing this. I'll show you the result at the end. Here we go. Pay, next. Donate now. Yay, okay. So who was doing the matching? I didn't even look. But that's US dollars. Yeah, not AUD. Yep. Oh, don't you dare go to my PayPal login. No, it didn't. Okay, good. Phew. Okay, so who's matching it though? I didn't even look. I don't care. Donate today and we can make KiCad version 7 better than ever. Yay. Well done, Bart. Good stuff. Please don't anyone feel like they need to donate. Like, sorry. I don't spend a lot of time on their website. I spend a lot of time in their program. I'm quite happy to donate. Like, it's you know, I pay for my Eagle license under duress now because it's buggy. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for supporting. That's like 40 burgers. Really? It's more like 10 burgers. Have you seen how much burgers are these days? Become a sponsor. I'm pretty sure I can't afford their sponsorship. Really, I think that would be I'd love to. I don't need the recognition. Like, seriously, I don't care if I. But yeah. No, I've said it many times. I mean, I'm still getting used to their software, and as a tool, I think it's great. But their team is why I'm using KiCad. Like, if it wasn't for their dev team and their support, like on Discord and just how friendly and helpful they are, and the fact that, you know, I put in like so many bug issues and then they fix them immediately, especially with the Eagle stuff. Like, it's their level of support that, you know, that deserves to be rewarded more so than the software, I think. Can you claim the tax back on that? I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. Oh, I would assume so. They're an organisation, so I guess so. I mean, I'd not even looked to see if they've emailed me a receipt or not, but the Eagle import was a game changer for me anyway. Like specifically, like I can now bring all of my projects in from Eagle, and I can almost not have to touch anything on them to have them identical. The only things I need to touch now are where I don't like the way something is in Eagle and I want to change it. Like, for instance, the slots on the USB connectors that you can't do in Eagle. You can't do custom pads. Or things like castellated edges, where in Eagle I have to do, rows of pin headers on top of rows of pin headers, which gives me, stacks of DRC errors and stuff. Like, I move those over to proper pads. Other than that, they just translate perfectly now. You are sponsoring them through video streaming. Maybe. Well, not really sponsoring. Promoting. I don't know. Like, it was a rough ride getting me into KiCad, I gotta say. Well, I'm not dropping my subscription at all because my subscription is tied to my Fusion account and I can't use Fusion 360. So my Fusion is grandfathered in to my Eagle. The other way around, like a lot of people did the other way around where they got Eagle as part of Fusion. So for my $150 a year I pay for Eagle, I get free Fusion, right? The paid license. If I got rid of that, my free Fusion, my Fusion will turn into like $300 and something a year. So it makes no sense for me to drop my Eagle. I just want to drop using Eagle. Yeah. Goal for 2022, get Sound to swap from Fusion to Open. I won't go to OpenSCAD. I'm not interested in coding my designs. But I've been looking at OpenCAD a little bit. And yeah, it's... I have to find the time to learn it, right? Like, I am terrible at Fusion. I'll be the first person to say don't copy any way I work in Fusion. But it works for me, whatever my workflow is, good or bad. And no, Blender, like I've done plenty of modeling and animation tools. I used to be in the VFX industry for 14 years. Blender's not the right tool. Like, I know plenty of people design stuff in Blender. Like, you can design in any 3D modeling program, but it's not the right type of tool for the stuff I'm designing. I think. So, and it's got too high a learning curve for people because it's not designed for mechanical. It's a modeling program for, organic and animation and whatever. OpenSCAD's great. Oh, sorry, FreeCAD, not OpenCAD. FreeCAD is what I meant. FreeCAD, not OpenCAD. Sorry. Yeah, look, I used to do 3D stuff in Povray, right? I used to code my own 3D visuals. Like, I totally get that a lot of stuff that people do in CAD is really just easy to do with code. You know what I mean? It's just repetitive things. But yeah, I think a graphical user interface for CAD is a lot easier, more approachable for people. So yeah, like a lot of respect for Stephen Hawes for learning FreeCAD so he could make his designs available to anyone without them having to pay for a license for Fusion 360. I've got like a year and a half more invested in Fusion 360 than he did. So, and stacks of projects there and stuff. And I just, yeah, it's a much, like, I'm just really torn for time, honestly. I'd like to learn. There's lots of things I'd like to learn. Lots of things I want to do. My list of things that I don't know that I want to learn is massive, right? Compared to the things I know, like the things I know and the things I want to learn. So I'll get there at some point, I think. If you use software X for work, it doesn't cost stupid amounts, then it's cheaper for you to pay the license. In my case, for me, it makes no sense to learn FreeCAD to replace Fusion 360, right? For $150 a year, Fusion 360 gives me way more value than the $150 a year, right? Without a doubt. Even though there's 80% of it I don't use, it's still, but it makes it much harder for me to share my stuff. That's all. Like my vacuum bed thing that I did all parametrically in Fusion 360, well, not everyone can use it, unfortunately, because not everyone's got a Fusion 360 license or wants to. Even though you still can get free licenses, they make it very hard to find. They do, but you can absolutely get free Fusion 360 licenses. Anyone that tells you otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about. They just make it very hard to find the link to do it. But a lot of people don't want to sign up to Autodesk to get the free license. I get that. I get it. But I never would have shipped my parametric design for my vacuum bed system if I had to move it over to FreeCAD before I could release it. It just never would have happened. It was hard enough for me to get it done in Fusion 360, to find the time to do it in Fusion 360. I never would have got it out. Blender's come along. Let me tell you, I've been around Blender since version 0.65, 0.55, right? Let me tell you, their UI was the most atrocious thing in the world ever. It's way better now. Way better. They've conformed a lot to a lot of the industry standards now, which is really good. Something like your vacuum bed would be really nice to have an OpenSCAD. Yeah, it would have been a lot of things from that design make a lot of sense to be done in OpenSCAD. I just don't know OpenSCAD, and I just don't have time. But I open sourced the design. Hopefully someone else will make a version in FreeCAD and someone will make a version in OpenSCAD, and we can put it all in the same GitHub repository, and then people have choice. I can't do it all myself. That's why I released it. It'll be the same with this thing. I'm going to get this kind of functional to a point, and I want to release it as open source in all its terrible design format, and then allow the community to turn it into something that's better, because I don't have the skills to do that, but I want to be involved with that part of it. So yeah, and I don't need this to look nice or to be in any way reproducible for me personally. If I have to go through that whole lighting rigmarole 2 more times to make 2 more of these, no problem, I'll do that. Because that's still way quicker than me trying to redesign something that isn't so hard to work with. But I would like this to be refined by the community. Got to sleep? No worries. Sleep's overrated, honestly. But catch you later, Carsten. Have a Merry Christmas, and again, a safe and a Happy New Year. Look after yourself. No. Blender really has improved a lot. It helped a lot when they started getting a lot more funding. It's a fantastic tool technically, and usability is getting much better, but it's not a mechanical design tool. So I know people use it for that. You kind of use what you know, but I have downloaded and installed FreeCAD 3 times now. As in, I've downloaded it, then I've updated to a newer one, then I've updated to a new one. I just haven't had the time to really get up to speed. Look how long it's taken me to even get remotely comfortable with KiCad. It's been, 8 weeks? 2 months, 3 months now? I don't have that. And the thing is, I need a project to do it with. So with KiCad, it's different. I've got 13 designs in KiCad now. All new designs happen in KiCad. Some designs have been transferred from Eagle to keep working on. I'm not using Eagle for anything new, and there's very little I'm still using Eagle for. But I've got a reason to be in KiCad all day, every day now. And I've got, I don't have that for FreeCAD. Much harder to learn a tool when you don't have a goal with it And I could use this as a goal, but I don't want to redesign this as this in FreeCAD. I want to improve it, and I need to know FreeCAD to be able to do that. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. So you can't have 2 projects open at once. Well, actually, I'm sure there's a way to do that, but you can go into the folder and open as many PCB news as you want. Like, I've had like 5 PCB news open from different things. You just don't get the project interface for it, but you can open up schematics, you can open up board, you can do whatever you need to do. But I'm sure there's a way that you can do multiple launches of the project window. It's not officially supported. Maybe that'll come in 7. I don't know. But yeah, you can do that. Do you have all of your libraries now in KiCad? I don't, but I'm actually transitioning a lot of mine away to standard KiCad libraries. So there's no standards. When I say there's no standards in Eagle, well, there isn't. Like, Eagle ships with a bunch of default libraries. They're just archaic and old. They're not great. Like, even footprints for passives, they're old school, whatever. KiCad's like footprint library, although it's not really as thorough as all the versions in Eagle. Like, I think for every one KiCad user, there's like 100 Eagle users really over the years, and there's a lot more stuff for Eagle, but it's all over the place. And then you got versioning issues and stuff. I'm trying to get all of my stuff over to using default KiCad where it makes sense. So open new application. Right, so on a Mac, yeah, like I've got, so the same thing, like Eagle, you can't open multiple Eagle copies at the same time on a Mac anymore. But I've got a terminal thing that I've turned into an icon, and I can double click on it, and I can launch as many as I want. I've not done that with KiCad yet. I'm sure I can. I just haven't got around to it yet. But there's not been a lot of times I've needed to have multiple things open. Generally, I'm using it as reference. The project importing and management of footprints and symbols in 6 is better than 5, but there's a couple of glaring omissions, which again I've been discussing about with the KiCad team. Like when I import an Eagle project from scratch, it creates a local, I know I can load them into the global, but I don't want to. It creates a local copy of all the Eagle footprints, and I have to manually go and swap them out for the ones I want. It doesn't give me the ability to say these parts coming in, like all 0402 resistors coming in, use the KiCad 0402 resistor one. All the 0603 caps, use that, right? It doesn't let me do a translation at the import time. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for how do I get them from local to global. I don't want my global libraries littered with all of the crap from Eagle, right? I want the ability to not have the Eagle footprints come in, but have the KiCad ones come in instead. Yeah? So that's going to take time. That might come in 7, it might come in a 6 point something. I'm sure I can go and I can write a Python script to fix it afterwards, but I'm still littering my projects with all this legacy Eagle stuff. I've got to remember to remove it and whatever. A lot of things, like all my passives, when they come in, they should be pointing to the global library of passives, not a local library. We're getting double glazing in the next year's renovation. What? You need at least double glazing, if not triple glazing, from a environmental point of view and a noise one. I've been able to open multiple Arduino IDs on the Pi. Yeah, I've got multiple IDs open. Yeah, it's all possible. Okay, so now we're talking about glazing. 10 o'clock. Wow, 3 hours I've been going. I've had 2/3 of a coffee. That's cold, I can't drink that. We've got thin 1-layer window frames too at the moment. You should look at going triple glazed if you can, over double if that's possible. This is not the Windows discussion we're used to, no. Let me tell you, I'd rather be talking about double glazed windows than the Microsoft Windows 11. Yeah. There was once a commercial on Dutch TV where a rich person heard he didn't get his money from a client, and the insurer said, then you just sell your boat. Okay. Need to make a PCB coffee coaster heater. I do. I'm about to throw Yuz under the bus right now. Soon I'll be able to use my existing coffee heater because I don't have many of these glasses left because Yuz keeps smashing them. So I think I've only got 2 or 3 left. I guess it's like iced coffee at this point in time. Many Dutch people own boats but no cars. Right, boats and bicycles. Acoustic glazing here. Great for the plane noise. Do you have a planes that fly overhead, do you, Rob? That'd suck. When I lived in London, I lived on top of a shunting yard. That was quite disturbing for the first week or so. Oh, it just dropped some frames, but it's back. But once you got used to it, it was fine. We didn't even hear them anymore. But yeah, for a while, listening to the trains, like they do all their shunting at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, really? For those that don't know what a shunting station is, it's where they take all the train carriages and they pull them apart and they move them around and reconnect them together into new stretches of trains, right? So different trains on different lines have different number of carriages and whatever. Well, that's all done in a shunting yard, and I lived above one. Yeah. I live under the Schiphol flight path. Wow, okay, cool. Rob lives near Heathrow. Near enough to get the discounted glazing. Oh, really? They give you discounted windows because of how close you live? That's really funny. See, if you're in Australia, they'd charge you double for the extra glazing because you had the feature of being able to see the planes take off and land, right? 3D coffee cup with an induction loop built into it. Maybe. Catch you later, Paul Glass. We were just talking about glass. Paul, this whole time. Are you double glazed? Sorry, that is really bad joke. But catch you later, Paul. Have a good sleep. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Okay, I'm going to wind this down to everyone. I'm streaming next week. I am. But I'll forget to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So I'm going to do it now, just in case I forget. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate. If you don't, hope you have a fun time and holidays and be safe over New Year's. Please don't all congregate. Be safe. Be COVID safe. Please, everyone. Let's not forget. It's still a thing. And just be smart and safe. I want all of you around next year so you can watch me suffer through other software and other things. Whoa! Gonna spend Christmas cycling 500 kilometers alone. I hope you have plenty of ebooks to listen to. And music. Wow. Yimura, I got that wrong. I apologize. Hello, Serbia. Greetings from Australia. 500 kilometers. Wow, that is full on. Take photos. 5 kilometers around Netherlands. That is awesome. So hi to Marius, even though he's in Norway. So that's an ongoing joke. Anyway, okay. Bye, everyone. Take care. I'm going to see you next week anyway, but thank you all for joining me for this whole year on streams. It's been great fun. And so flat. Is Netherlands flat, is it? And icy. Is it going to be really cold there now? Like ice everywhere? Hey, Agim. No one else is crazy enough. Gotta be crazy. Gotta be crazy. Okay, bye everyone. Take care. We're ending on pink logo. Yay. 3 degrees. You're crazy. Have fun. Careful of frostbite. Okay. Bye everyone.